Hmm. There he is. Ah, hello. I'm Never Dot. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a Let's Draw of the New Year's Eve drawing. So let's see what we come up with for that. Usually for New Year's, we're going to be doing fireworks, of course. And who's going to be doing fireworks? One of the more irresponsible characters. One with limbs, because I need limbs to properly show what's going on. And that's going to be Casper. Casper the octopus, of course. Always a frequent character that pops in. He's pretty cute. He's pretty symbolic of my work. I don't really think we can usually do fireworks in Canada because they're illegal. And I mean, you can do small ones, I think, but if the cops don't catch you. This is more like what you might do in America, I suppose. Launch gigantic Roman candles or whatever they're called into the moon. Put some safety checkers on the side of the rocket. His friend Charlie is going to be with us. I think I've stuck Charlie in the wrong spot. He needs to be maybe somewhere else. Logan is, of course, the potato, and he's going to be lighting the fuse on the huge rocket, which Casper won't be ready for because he doesn't know Logan is doing that. And he's just going to blast off, probably still attached. And, of course, we have Jenny, the bok choy, and I was initially thinking Jenny could wear those glasses, those 2017 glasses that spell 2017, but I realized that only works until 2010 because you have the two zeros, 2009, 2003. Doesn't work with 2017 because it kind of crosses your eye over. Anyway, so I opted to get rid of those, and she's just going to salute. She was going to hold the glasses, but she's just going to salute the rocket. Cheers. I also tried putting little firecrackers for Charlie, but I don't want to draw that many little tiny firecrackers. I'd have to shade them all separately. And then Charlie was just going to compare his tiny little safe missile rocket to Casper's, but then I don't think Charlie's actually that irresponsible. He wouldn't actually launch a dangerous firework like that. That would blow your hand off. So I want Charlie actually on the other side because the composure of this composition of this drawing doesn't really work with him on that side. Everybody should be staring off in the one direction. That is going to be the disaster crater zone where this thing is going to impact. And now the sketch is pretty much done, and I can get into the inking, as it were, the black pixels. And of course I have to fix Casper's body just once because I can never draw the octopus perfectly round the first time. I don't mind the peas being lumpy. Peas are supposed to be lumpy, but the octopus should be more perfectly round. The rocket, of course, has the awesome speed fins, which help keep it stabilized when it's approaching its target of fun. You never know where fun's going to find you, but it will find you if you've got the GPS set. And I've drawn those lines wonderfully, slightly not straight, but nobody notices because you're not watching this. Oh, you are watching this video. Never mind. Plop in those little legs. They're all in different layers, so I can easily just erase those bits. You know, things look a lot better when you don't care about going over the lines. And that's what sketching is for. I'm going to put in my amazing font of hand-drawn lettering. Look at that precision. I hope I didn't misspell 2017. No, it looks good. All right, and Logan, the mischievous little potato that he is going to be lighting up the rocket with his little matchstick. Should be a little bit shriveled, I think, because it's on fire, but whatever. It'll get blotted out with flame later on. And Jenny and her good salute. It's always fun to draw the bok choy. Bok choy has a lot of character because, again, the characters with limbs, arms, visible arms, easier to sort of emote. The carrots, you don't see what they're doing. They're just got their facial expressions and how far back and forward they're leaning. So he's leaning back in fear. And I don't got his eyes. His eyes were looking a little too high up. The rocket hasn't launched yet, so that was a no-no. And it looks like we're about done. We're just going to get into the coloring now. I need to bring up my palette. Let's do that. There we go. There, display it. Okay, got it. All right, so that's going to go through all really well. All right, so we're just going to mock in all the base colors properly. Get everybody the right color. Get Jenny her proper veiny light green and dark green colors. She has a particular vein pattern. Always follows the same mapping. If you look at her in all the different comics, she'll always have that same vein pattern. 2, 1, and none. And then, of course, the little holes in his tufty hair, the carrot, Charlie, will leak out if I don't fix that. Nobody wants to paint a wall and wind up painting the entire house and the neighborhood outside by accident. Like, sorry neighbors, I thought your house needed to be pink just like my bathroom. And everywhere else in my house, apparently. 2017 probably could be green. That looks like a great color, and then get the checker patterns in there. It's all looking so ooh good. Yes. All right. So now I think all the colors are fine. We just need to shade it now, and the shading brings everything to life. Well, actually, what brings everything to life is the little glint in the eyes, because without that, they don't have any souls, as I've said before. You need souls in your little guys, or they're just going to eat your brains. Filling in with a little bit of the shadow. Getting the shadows right is always a bit of me not being a ray tracing machine and guessing where they should properly fall. And here the rocket is completely wrong, and I don't like that. So we're going to get rid of that rocket shadow and just point it off in more what we think is the right direction. It is a guess, and yeah, I haven't even picked the light source yet. I'm thinking it's the moon in the sky. So we're just going to jam a moon later up there somewhere. Keep doing it. All right. So again, sometimes I just ignore where the lines should stop because it's a lot easier. If I need a straight line, I'm just going to draw right through everything and then erase it later. Because, yeah, it's just a mess. You can tell if you stop at each point to avoid crossing lines, you'll know. And it'll be very clear that you drew a little bit and then stopped and then drew a little bit more and then stopped and drew a little bit more and then stopped. So I don't want that. So I just go clean through. Then it's obvious that my line never stopped, as it didn't in reality, in the reality of the drawing. And yeah, looks better. And I put a little cross hatching on the fuse to make it look more realistic, which you're never going to see because this is going to be shrunken down much smaller than this. I draw at much higher resolution than I post online. It's easier to see, and I might want to print out little cards of it in future. Who knows? Then we're going to shade him. He's always got a kind of a typical shading. Although the bottom part always gets a bit random. Who knows? Just put in a few jig-jags. Whatever. It looks good. You want to make it so that you can cut your finger on it, because if you can't cut your finger on it, it's hard to donate blood. And if you don't donate blood, you know, people that are bicycling and, you know, need it are gonna have a bad day. So of course carrots don't have blood, so you know, I don't know how that works. Frequently save your document, because if you don't save your document, you're gonna lose everything. We put a little blackness, the blackness of some people's souls in here. The black pixels are made of souls, actually, evil ones. Get a bit of dark grass in there. The grass is a bit on the blue side because at night everything goes kind of blue. Now our characters are going to be too bright, and we're going to have to darken them a bit. Right now I'm just putting a fade off into the darkness, putting in a few trees that you can kind of sort of make out. You probably won't be able to see them when it gets shrunken down. The contrast with the background, the white, is probably going to make it all wash out. So whatever, I'm putting in these details. You may or may not see them in the final product. Even darker trees in the background, and we're going to need some stars. So a little secret about stars is, first of all, I'm dusting them all over the place. More importantly, stars aren't all white. So we're going to put in some yellow stars, some blue stars, red stars, super red giants, and I don't know, green stars and all that. They actually are different colors. Can't really tell. I don't want them this bright because it just looks like I've a cupcake sneezed all over my drawing now. So we're going to fade those away. They should be subtle. They don't need to be that bright. We're in the city still, so even though it looks like we're in the country, we can put a few brighter ones just dusted very lightly in there. The trees are blocking out a lot of the things anyways, so you shouldn't be really seeing too much of these stars. Lastly, well, second lastly, we're going to put a moon in, and I'm going to mess the moon up several times as I figure out how to do it properly. That's way too soft. We need a hard edge on that moon, so I'm going to adjust my brush, as you can see, make it a bit of a hard edge, and then just get in there. I don't really like it on the right, so I'm going to stick it on the left, and I also don't like how it's popping out. So get it corrected, and it's a nice sharp crescent moon, which we can use to harvest the wheat in our fields to make cereal, and then thus bread. And give it a glow behind it so that it looks like a proper moon, even though there's no atmosphere in there I'm reflecting off of. Lastly, I don't like how bright everything is. So the characters need to be blued down, because in the darkness, things go blue. You don't really notice it too much, but it's better than just pure blacking them down, because blacking them down It just looks like they're covered in soot. I don't have a chimney anymore, so I don't know what soot is. I guess if my computer catches on fire, it'll become soot. I'm going to put a bit of a moon glow on these guys. Some of these people, you know, should use sunscreen because they get moonburn. Moonlight. You should be able to get moonburn. Do you ever get flashlight burn? No, probably not. I sort of like how it's going. The little flame, I almost forgot about that. His match has to be on fire. So we're going to put a little bit of a flame on it. I got the flame floating above the match. That's not right. It should be right engulfing that head. So there we go. Now we're going to put a bit of a flame glow around it. So it'll be reflecting off of everybody that's nearby, particularly Logan's face, warming it with its intense glow. This match might be a little bit too powerful. We only need to light the fuse. I don't quite like the lumpiness of the shading I've done with the blue darkness, so I'm going to be smoothing that out in a second. Fix it. Yeah, there's a bit too much of a glow with the light. I need to hide that while I fix this, because this is terrible. Nobody likes weird lumpy shading like that. And it doesn't need to be that much. I mean, it's the moon. How bright is it going to be on you? Not very. So I just get rid of most of it and keep it, you know, pretty tight. Bring back the flamey flame, and I forgot to put in a little thing, but at this point I'm experimenting. I haven't really done this too frequently, so I'm just trying to see what looks like darkness and what looks like just room darkness. I think I've got what I like. Putting a little bit of a glow on the flame down below, because I forgot about that. It should be reflecting on the ground too, because, you know, light emits light. Well, no, it doesn't emit light. It is light. That's stupid. So Logan is going to, you know, trick Casper into launching his rocket way too early. 2017 will go off with a bang that blows everybody up behind them. Charlie and Jenny are going to be looking on in aghastedness when Casper is all destroyed. And this is the final drawing. I hope you like it. It's the New Year's Eve one, so you're seeing it before anybody else does. And keep drawing, you guys. Until next time, see ya. Oh, uh-oh. According to this, that rocket's going to do a heck of a lot more than just char Casper and his friends and the surrounding town. Oh, and the local water supply. Oops. Happy New Year to everyone from me, Neverdot, and I hope you have a great 2017 coming up. And let's say goodbye to 2016. It can just take a nap. Please check me out on my website, neverdot.com, and give me a like and subscribe if you feel like it. See you later. Bye.